Hello, 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 and good evening. This is Rebecca Nichols. This is my podcast, Royal Treats, and I'm bringing you 12 days of podcasting for the 12 days of Christmas. Are you over Christmas yet? Are you done? Are you stuffed? Have you eaten all the mince pies? Are you still celebrating? Do you have a hangover? How are you feeling? This is my most sober Christmas. Last Christmas we were in Cambodia, which was a really lovely time actually, just me and Tristan. A really nice adventure. We went out there to do some exploring. We were in Thailand as well, and we'd only just arrived to Cambodia. Checked into the hotel and logged onto Facebook, and then found out that George Michael died. So I bought myself a bottle of Bombay Sapphire. It's one of my favourite gins. Got myself some tonic and poured myself a few G&Ts while singing along to George Michael, of course, all night. My son didn't really know who George Michael was then, but after that night, he totally did. He totally did. And it's funny because this year I said, we're going to play George Michael songs on Christmas, and we did, and we played a lot of his songs, and I've been playing them a lot past couple of days, and you might have been recognising it over on my Snapchat or on my Instagram too. I was a big George Michael lover growing up, and actually my family's of Greek descent, so my granddad came over from the States the first time I actually ever met him when I was 9 years old, and we went to this restaurant in Edgware where I grew up in North London, called Mr. Jack's, and it was actually George Michael's dad who owned the restaurant, and we went there and I met his dad. I was a bit starstruck, even though it was only his dad. But I was only about 9. But anyway, yes, 12 days of Christmas, 12 days of podcasting. We are day 5 and time is flying, but we still have quite a long way to go, don't we? So hang on, because I'm taking you right into the new year. We're day 5 with the throat chakra. This is the 5th chakra, so it works well. We have 2 more chakras to go after this, which would be third eye and the crown chakra, and I'll be talking about, to get into the higher chakras, starting to think about really who you are as a being and how much potential you have here on this wonderful planet. Hoping I'm painting a really nice picture of you for you so far, and for those of you who are completely new to the chakras and don't understand how the chakras work, this would be really insightful and maybe even interesting. And I don't think you can ever stop learning about the chakras and how they work, and I'm obviously involved in this world a lot and very much submerged into it. Kind of live it and breathe it, and I probably overdo it, but I don't know if you can really overdo it. It's kind of like gratitude. You can never be more grateful for having this life or what you're experiencing in this life. And I feel tremendously grateful to have this knowledge, to be honest, because this knowledge has changed my life. This knowledge is changing the lives of so many women that I'm coaching on my program, and really just transformation. That's basically what it is. It's transformation. It's thoughts, it's feelings, it's core desires, it's power, it's vision, it's clarity. It's really that discernment that you need, that awareness of self. There's so much involved in this. So it's kind of like what I deal with is that, I relate it to the chakras. It's kind of like personal development. It's really understanding who you are and developing yourself here while you're here. I say it quite often. We're only here to evolve. That's all we're here to do, and we should be trying to evolve and better ourselves. We should be trying to come out of our heads a little bit more, follow our intuition and follow our hearts, most definitely. So without further ado, let's talk about the throat. And the throat is all about communication mainly. It is the centre of communication, actually. And the circle of unity with all that comes from within the triangle, which is the symbol within the chakra symbol, is indicating an openness to spirit. And the openness to spirit is the ether, which is the communication that we do require. It's important. It's really, really, really important that we understand how we communicate, and what we are saying, not just to other people, right? What are we saying to ourselves? What are we saying? What language are we using? Are we being authentic? Are we being real? That's what I look at authenticity. And are we being real enough with ourselves, with the people around us? Are we being sincere? I can't stand that fake it till you make it. I understand faith it till you make it. I understand, like, you got to believe it before you see it. But I don't like the whole, I'm just going to pretend to be this person till maybe I am this person, or I'm going to pretend to be like this because that's really what I want to be. I think we need to really own who we are, and that's where I think vulnerability needs to come in to play in this chakra a lot. Like that openness, that kind of bravery, that kind of like, I did this, I said this, I was wrong. You know, I've confronted a lot of things this year within myself. You know, where I've judged. You know, I wouldn't say wrong or right, but you know, I definitely feel that I could have had better communication in some of my relationships, and I could have been more authentic about my feelings in certain relationships. Definitely opened myself up to more possibilities within my world by having those vulnerable conversations that maybe I would be too scared to have those vulnerable conversations, like, you know, really telling someone how you feel. Oh, because it's kind of like we feel shamed, we'll feel judged. And remember, like, the people that are going to shame you and judge you aren't the sort of people you want in your life anyway, right? I know that. You know, and it's not like I haven't brought shame or judgment on people before in my life. I'm a human being. I've definitely made mistakes. And I've definitely blamed people. And so I think we have to really own that in order to connect back to ourselves within, and obviously to re-establish integrity into our relationships. So communication connects everything. Like, I think we can all agree that without clear communication, nothing really exists in a way that it should exist. All creation starts with thought. All thought goes into a word, and all word is then becoming action, and what forms matter even. Like, you know, it's everything starts with a thought, but we have to communicate that thought and that feeling, that idea. So from the DNA encoded messages of living cells to the spoken or written word, the throat chakra is the center for self-expression, sound, vibration. It is the essence of communication. The essence of communication, is creativity. And this is where the two chakras really meet very well, the sacral chakra and the throat chakra, which they partner up really well. Because if we have this creativity, we know who we are, but we're not expressing that in communication. Like, I'm a really good writer. That's what I'm going to tell myself. I like to write, don't I? I like to express myself through written word. But unspoken word, as you can tell, I'm here. So I kind of like to express myself in different ways. But, you know, if I had all these ideas and I had all these things and I have all these thoughts, but I don't express them, then that could lead to a blockage in my creativity, right? It's just like I'm blocking myself because I'm too scared to express myself. I'm too scared to. When I first started writing, I was like, I was a bit scared to put my stuff out there. Of course I was. People are not going to like it. People are going to reject it. people are going to think I'm rubbish. And we have all these sabotaging thoughts. You know, I'm still quite critical of some of the work I got out there, and I'm published by various different people. Thrive, HuffPost, you know, my blog does really well. My book's with a really well-known publisher at the moment. I think we are very critical of ourselves, more judging of ourselves than others are of us. And so I think that's where there's blockages, and that's where we need to identify that and move past that. And that can also be a blockage in the solar plexus, where we're just not acting out. We're lacking confidence. We're lacking courage. The center, the throat chakra, the center controls and creates and transmits and receives communication. So you will find new friends will be magnetically drawn to you as your energy changes. But actually, it could be the other way, right? As well. As your energy changes and you're vibrating on a different frequency, you'll find that some friends just can't be around you. You're too real for them. You're too real. You're too authentic. They don't know how to be like that. That's intimidating to them. You know, they're not really being honest with themselves. Being around you makes them feel uncomfortable because they don't know how to be like that. But you know, the good thing is you don't want to be around that anyway. And as you get up into the higher chakras, you really do start to shift out and sift through what's for you and what's not for you, and who can walk this path with you and who, you know, who can't. You've got to remember, like, you've got to be willing to assess relationships, assess your friendships, assess your time and energy and where you give it. But we're definitely going to be coming to that on another podcast when I'm talking about the boundaries. I think it's important that we really establish and get really clear about who we are and who we want to walk with and who's for us, and be unreasonable in many ways. So the colour blue radiates peace and calm, stillness, tranquility. As you evolve spiritually and continue on your path of personal growth, you may find that you grow away from old friends. See, there you go. I said it. It's overact. Well, let's not go into the overactivity show, but let's talk about a few other things. Okay, so the colour is blue. Opposite is red. The element is ether. The sense is hearing. The note is G sharp. The endocrine glands are the thyroid. And so if you do have problems in your thyroid, it's generally a problem in your throat chakra where you don't know how to express yourself. This could be underactivity or overactivity. And I know a lot of women who have problems in their thyroid. It's funny because a lot of them are really bad gossips. I don't know if that's definitely it's definitely a common thing. So here's where we need to be really sincere with ourselves. We need to stop talking about people. We need to stop talking about people. I think it's incredibly sad. I'm going to put that out there. And I don't want to make people wrong. But I'm just going to express myself because it's the throat chakra and it's my show and I can say what I want. Hey, I've got a platform to do what I like. Why not? When you're around people and all they can do is talk about other people, it's incredibly small. It's very small, in fact. And especially when you think you're around grown women and then all they can do is seem to be talking about other people and their problems and what they look like and what they don't look like and what they're doing in their life. And I'm pretty sure there's people that talk about me and I'm pretty sure I don't really give a damn. You've got to really assess your environment and your energy and who you're allowing into your space when you start getting up into the higher chakras and when you start working on these things. It's incredibly liberating not to care about a lot of things. I literally assessed my life this year and was like, no, ain't got time for that, not interested, bye, I'm not coming here, not doing that. And not because I don't love people or I don't care about some of my friends. I was just really reserved on my time and energy, and I was really focused on what I wanted to achieve. And I think if we all had that attitude and that mindset, we'd be a lot more successful than we are, or we'd be a lot more evolved, or we'd be really achieving in areas of our life. When we stop the people pleasing, when we stop entertaining people we like, and I'm talking about people you follow on your Facebook, I'm talking about people you follow on your Instagram. I'm just sitting going through all my social media right now, going like, nah, don't want to follow you. Nah, not really interested in looking at what you've got to say or listening. You just can't please everybody, and you can't be around everybody, and you've got to know, like, is this making me happy? Is this adding value to my life? Yeah, I just wanted to add that, because the thyroid is a big problem, and it seems to be a very common issue. It seems to be a more common issue with women, and I think women who don't know how to use their voice, don't know how to actually be like, well, I am what I am. I mean, I am what I am, and I am who I am, and I'm very, very proud of this woman, let me tell you that. It took me a very long time to become this woman. 37 years. I only wish I'd got here sooner, right? But yeah, you've really got to know yourself. And it comes from a place of like, this is just not for me. You're not for me. This is not what I want to be. I want to be this person. I want to be living this life, and I can't be around this. So yeah, really evaluate that. It's something really important to think about and going forward in 2018. Stop putting up with the crap. Seriously, life is short. Good essential oils to use would be lavender, chamomile, geranium, frankincense, sandalwood, cypress. Crystals, turquoise, aquamarine, chrysocolla. Actually, Larimer's a very good one as well, and I've got Larimer. I've got a really nice Larimer ring. Foods, plums, blueberries, seafoods, sea kelp, seaweeds, spirulina, chlorella, all those sort of amazing things. Really, really good for opening up that chakra. Keywords to be thinking about: content, centered, intuitive. Yeah, you are like a bit more intuitive in this chakra. Not as much as I say in the third eye, but I think you're still really kind of like aware of who yourself and who you are, and a little bit more conscious as you're getting up into this place. But actually, it's a very common chakra to get blocked. Yeah. But then a lot of them are. So, but actually, statistically, I've got a chart and it shows you all the chakras and the most common ones that get blocked, and this was one of them. That was one of the top, which was always a bit like, oh, okay. So, communication, obviously, aspirations, gentleness, loyalty, and reliability. I've let a lot of people go out of my life just because the unreliability thing. It's not cool. Yeah, you grow up, and don't you? And you kind of think to yourself, again, what am I willing to tolerate? I mean, integrity for me is important. Authenticity is I want you to know that, your word is your word. And this is what we're kind of talking about in this chakra specifically. There's a book that's very good, Florence Scovel Shinn. I love her work. She deals with metaphysics, and she deals with a lot of stuff that I teach, and which is all about unseen. And I don't really live in a reality that most people live in. I live in a very idealistic world that only revolves around my vision and what I want. I have empathy and compassion for other human beings. Do not disregard other people's opinions and thoughts. I'm sensitive to a lot of things, actually. But, I still am what I am. I am who I am, and I know what I want, and I know what I don't like. And this is where we own all that in this chakra. It's kind of like, I am this, I am that. This is self-expression. This is express yourself, baby. Who are you? Or where are you holding back because you're too scared to be you? When I do with the women on my programs, and we're going through this chakra, a lot comes up, because it's kind of like, who am I to be this person? But hang on a minute, that's who you are. You can't question who you are. What feels right for you? Does it feel right for you to dress a certain way, to look a certain way, to act a certain way? Does that feel comfortable? Are you comfortable in that skin? I mean, I swear quite a lot. And the swearing coach, but Tony Robbins swears a lot, and so does Gary Vee. I mean, but they're men, so is that acceptable? I mean, I'm a swearing woman. Does that make me less of a woman? I don't know. I kind of I've always offended a lot of people with my gob, and I've also not really given a damn about it as well. I mean, I grew up, my mum was a bit of a swearer. But I always think I'm a quite passionate person, so sometimes it's just kind of about me expressing myself, and I don't think swearing's a terrible thing, necessarily. But anyway, balanced energy would be that you can really express your creativity and express yourself, and you can actually even choose to rechannel sexual energy into creativity or meditation, which is very powerful and sometimes really necessary. I've been trying to work on that a lot lately, just trying to channel my energy and making sure that I'm using it correctly and in a productive way. You could also choose bliss through celibacy, and I don't think that's something that I want to do personally, but that's obviously a choice. You're a good speaker. You can live in the now, which I'm really kind of getting really present to that a lot. I mean, I don't really look beyond. I plan for my days ahead. I'm very aware of what's happening. I'll check my calendar and see what's happening coming up. I'm in a calm state a lot of the time, but then I can still have my emotions come in, and I can be overtaken by a few of those emotions, women's emotions. I don't know, depends where the moon is. It's a full moon, I might be a little bit crazy, but no, I generally feel very grounded and very connected, more so these days than I've felt ever before. And even with that, with £1 million, where you think, I'll be really good with £1 million and my life is amazing, and I'm at ease because I don't have to worry about a thing. But actually, I think more money, more problems, right? I'm telling you. It's not always the solution. Overactive energy, arrogant, dogmatic, addictive. You could have a lot of addictive person, not just addictive in, I know a friend who was really blocked in her throat chakra. She just was addicted to drugs a lot of the time. When I'm going through that period myself, and I think it is a blockage in the throat chakra when you have these addictions, whether it be food or whether it be shopping or clothes or whether it be drugs or alcohol, whatever. It feels like, you can't be yourself, and so you hide yourself behind a mask or behind an act, and it's kind of like you use these things to make you feel good about yourself, because deep down you don't know how to be who you truly are. And it's funny because obviously Jim Carrey's now on the talking about spirituality and his own journey, and it's just been really nice to watch. He talks a lot about that, the persona, the act, the mask, and he played that role in that film, The Mask, right? And when I went on, I've been on programs and they talk about the act as well, and it's like personal development programs, really good programs, amazing. And my son's going into a personal development program in February, which I'm so excited for him to be doing that. It's going to be really, really a transformation for him as well. And I've had transformation through those programs myself, which kind of helped me get to being the being I am, and even create my own coaching programs based on the chakras. We've got to be able to be ourselves, and if we're not, we're hiding our true selves. It's such a shame, because the world needs you to be you, and we all need to just be who we are. No apologies. This is me, unapologetic. I've got a tattoo that says unapologetic bitch. I mean, you can't get more like, I don't give a damn, this is who I am, than that. Self-righteous. Yeah. Self-righteous, talkative. I mean, apart from this show, I've been resting my voice a little bit, because I know I'm talking every day doing this, and I'm writing a lot. And sometimes I could be on the phone to people coaching as well. So I do try to balance out my throat chakra and know when to listen. You can learn a lot through listening. That's a good way to balance it out. Talkative, aggressive, rigid, violent. So this could be, actually, if you feel the need to shout a lot, and if you'll just shout at people, shout others, or shout to get your opinion across. Authoritarian, someone's like, kind of like, you also respect my authority. A bit too authoritarian. I think that's always having a bit of a problem with authority. I just don't like the arrogance and the ego that's attached to it, and that's definitely an overactive energy. And I've seen that I see that a lot, and I'm very aware of that it's an overactive energy. So I'm just kind of like, I'm not going to make it mean something about me. I mean, I remember a lot of people are just in a state of ego, trying to it's the way I do what I do. I think we need to try and transcend the ego as much as we can. Eagerness to impress others. Yeah, kind of got out of that space. I think I was always in that space for a long time. Long before I even started doing this work, it was kind of like the need to impress made me feel good, because I just didn't know how to feel good without trying to be better than someone else or trying to prove myself to someone else. That made sense. You might be able to relate to that, or it resonates, or you might know someone like that. We'll do. You may prefer partners who can be dominated. I think I've definitely done that as well. Not so much now, obviously. I'm definitely looking for someone who can be more of an equal. But as a feminist, I believe in equality. I'm not anti-men. I've said it before. 100% respectful and considerate. I've definitely made mistakes in relationships in the past, and I think even that's very necessary, because I think we have to fail a little bit in order to win sometimes. I don't know. We have to recognise our mistakes through and learn these lessons through the mistakes. And there's no such thing as failing. You can't really fail in life. You can set back and fall back, but you get up and you get back on. I mean, some of the greatest epiphanies have come in moments of darkness. Some of my greatest wins have come from sheer struggle and pain. So, yeah. So let's talk about underactivity. Timid, scared, quiet, also talkative. Both. Inconsistent. Yeah. Slow to respond. So not really responsive people who take ages to get back to you. You text them like on Tuesday and it's like Friday. And you're like, dude, it's Friday. Like, I text you Tuesday. You know the ones. Unreliable. Creative blocks. So they're very, very difficult to try and create and move forward with their creativity. Probably has a difficulty in expressing their thoughts. Yeah, poor self-expression. Withdraws very easily. Might be afraid of sex. It's always a bit of a weird one, but that's possible. Can't relax, sort of uptight. They're never chilled. They're kind of like always on edge. Like the body's full of tension. God, my body used to be like that. I used to be in so much pain. I can't begin to tell you how. Like I was saying to someone today, I haven't been sick in like 3 years. I'm not just saying that to boast, because I know it's like, ooh. But honestly, like Louise Hay book, like You Can Heal Your Life, has helped me massively. But also like learning the chakras has helped me, because I have such awareness of myself that I know I don't have to put myself into states of stress. Like I know the universe has got me, and I know I'm good. common addictions would be cigarettes, exercise, addictions, illnesses. Yeah, so thyroid problems, throat problems, inflammations, problems, chronic, tonsillitis, ulcers, fevers, parathyroids, neck problems. So if you've got like tension in your neck and you're always tight in your neck, it's just an inability to be real and to be who you are. So one way of unbalancing this is be real, be who you are. Do not live any untruths. Singing, chanting, mantras, expressing, speaking your truth. Just be like, this is me, this is how I feel, this is who I am. God damn it. Like, if you don't like me, I don't care. Oh, I don't care. How liberating is that? I do not care if you like me or do not like me. I do not give a damn. I do not give a damn, ma'am. I think we need to all kind of like give less fucks around what people think of us and really start living our lives based on who we are and how we feel about ourselves. Really aligning with our true selves. This is why this throat chakra I love this throat chakra. Just love it. I'm like, yes. It's okay to be me. Thank God, because I was trying to be everybody else all these years. Can I take this mask off? Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, can I take this wig off? I don't want this wig anymore. Can I take this off? This really isn't me. Can I just wear what I want to wear? Can I be who I want to be? And just before I go, let's think about the late Whitney Houston and what an amazing woman and what a talent and such a shame. She's such a beautiful woman. Her voice was absolutely amazing. Her music inspired me and touched me in so many ways. And she bought that recently. Sorry, she didn't bring it out, but there was this documentary about her life that they kind of filmed, and it was at the cinemas. I still haven't seen it because it's just getting to a cinema has been difficult this year with homeschooling. But it was basically, can I be me? It was called Can I Be Me Now? And I think, she was controlled so much in her life and her career, and there were so many things I think she wanted to do or wanted to be, or maybe songs she wanted to sing or things she wanted to do, and that she felt really limited and restricted, and she didn't feel that she could be herself. Such a shame. I also think Michael Jackson was the same. I don't think he could really be who he wanted to be. He found it really hard to be his true self. But yeah, he was such an angel of light, amazing. And his daughter, Paris Jackson, she talks a lot about the chakras, and I love following her and her little journey through life. And so people, what can I say? Well, how can I end this? We're going to be moving up into the third eye tomorrow, and we're going to be talking about vision and clarity and discernment and who you want to be and what your future looks like. But for now, for this space, I really, really want you to just write down who you are, what you love to do, what makes you happy. Stop all the people pleasing. Stop all the lies. Have some conversations with people. Be honest. Get some shit out. Some shit you're going to have to get out. Some shit you're going to have to explore within yourself. I had to go on a journey of really pouring out every part of me until there was no more crap left inside of me that I've been holding in and suppressing. All that inner child work that I had to do. It's just, I still go back and revisit so much. I'm still learning and growing and evolving. I'm not where I want to be, but I am so, so grateful that I am here. I am me. And it feels good to be me. I felt that this year has kind of been the theme. It's so good to be me. And own that. And be so bloody proud of yourself, Queen. I really want you to be proud and wear that crown. Be proud, wear your crown. Hold your head high. Forgive yourself for where you've been and what you've done. It's the most important thing. And forgive others. This is going to help you move forward into 2018 and with light and love and with opportunity and possibility. I don't want you dragging any of your crap from 2017 into 2018, please. So let's talk more about that. So tomorrow is Third Eye, with the 30th and the 31st is Crown Chakra, which is kind of perfect, really. We're going to be talking about enlightenment and oneness and divine. And you are divine. We're all divine. We're all from divine. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here on the journey with me. Because I'm really here for you. I'm really here to support you and encourage you to really be the best you can be in this life. For yourself, for your communities, for the world. Okay. Sending you so much love and light, and I will see you tomorrow. We'll be talking Third Eye, of course. You take care.